Roof. It's the roof.
The roof. Don't worry, the roofers are here.
Everybody wants to be a storm chaser until the uncomfortable call comes. You know, the call that you gotta get off your comfortable couch and go back into the war zone. I was back in Naples when I got the call from Cagney Rogers. He said this Hurricane Sally has formed. We had to intercept it. There was nowhere we could get there by car, so we had to take a private jet. And right up the road in Naples, I've been looking at these jets coming over my backyard, and I just thought, now is my chance to get on a private jet. I didn't really think about what it would be like going up and down, flying through outer bands of a hurricane, you know, in a little bitty plane. Of course, it was a little bit bumpy, but I can tell you one thing, all right? It allowed us to get ahead of the storm. It was a life-changing experience. We landed in Panama City. My office in Panama City had a team that was ready for this storm. We were already working in Pensacola in an area that this storm was headed, so we picked up the team. We dispatched to different locations, sending Ethan Weatherman to track it from the Pensacola masterpiece. And that brings us to Mobile, Alabama, one of the most historic places in the South, the Battle House Hotel. But the most important part was the roof of the hotel that we were staying at literally got blown off, the rotunda. Now, cutting through the red tape when it comes to engineers and real estate investment groups that own some of these large hotels can be an incredible challenge. As we came in after the storm, they began to look at us like vultures. And that's what I've been treated like my entire life. Like vagabond storm-chasing vultures that have no value. They ignored what we offered, and we had to move on. We dispatched our team to Pensacola Beach, to downtown Pensacola, but it was Ethan Weatherman in an area that had tons of trees falling down on properties all around him, and drove right to the Gulf Shores, Alabama line.
Last night we were coming into Gulf Shores. We didn't know if we were going to get in behind curfew. I was asking him, of course, we're eating gas station food without power, but we got a condo to stay. See, Ethan didn't know he was going to be here. Joe drove down through the heaviest winds in Pensacola. Like, how bad was it when you drove down, dog?
Pretty scary. I was racing the storm. Ethan said you probably should turn around, and I said, hell no, I'm on my way. And I literally drove through the storm for about 45 minutes till I hit Michael Bloodworth's house.
So it's that type of value that come hell or high water that we're gonna serve the people at the eye of the storm that really set the principle and the tone for y'all getting a lot of these deals.
And we're on to this project who needs our help. And as you can see, there was a ton of damage. The wind knocked over the concrete walls, the concrete blocks sprayed all over the roof, scrapes all over the roof. Wind lifted all the fasteners in the roof. There was leaks in all the upper units, all throughout the properties. And so over here, what we realized is that we had a tough job to do really quickly to dry this property in. And luckily, we had a crew in the area. We immediately got 30 men on site and started like a little war tribe. And we worked through the night to show this board what we could accomplish. Dropping down the TPO, cutting away the bad metal, and documenting the whole thing. This property then decided that they were going to give me a chance to be the restoration contractor. It doesn't really matter. I say all's fair in love and war and getting your foot in the door. And that's what people don't understand in America. Remember, I told you 3 things you need to be successful is how to get people's attention. Fear gets attention more than anything else. And if you have that certainty and you can strike that chord, you can jump past gatekeepers, find out who's in charge. It's the questions that you ask, it's the demeanor in which you ask them, and that's really what creates the lead. If you have the right tone and right demeanor and you go through the action, like my man Ethan right here who had no clue, Ethan, you had no clue how to do these big projects. He called me up here and he
But-
said, we ain't got no power. We're squatting in a condo unit.
I had granola bars.
I'm like, bro,
protein
you better
granola
have
bars.
a freaking deal if I come down there across that bridge. Didn't I? I almost didn't want to come down here.
Yeah, well,
And we got kicked off another deal, man.
we did. We got kicked off a really, really good deal. And, you know, that was not a fun morning.
Oh, Cotton pulled up, put that 30-man.
Yeah.
30.
You know, they didn't get the build back, right?
Oh, really?
Who was it? Maroc. Maroc
yeah?
got the build back.
Oh, so the
Cotton just got the litigation.
I love storm chasing and roofing most because of the camaraderie. Now, let me tell you about the curse of the RRCA High Nailers. It was a team building experience where we'd have 16, 17 people show up to the game, only 9 spots, we'd have to let everybody hit. And I just didn't have the heart to tell people that they couldn't come to the games. Lo and behold, we got out on the baseball field, we started hitting the ball around. My first hit, first inning RBI, I was feeling myself. First point RRCA. But you know what? Time catches up to a first-year baseball team, and we made a few mistakes, and we let both of the games slip out of our grasp. Not only am I out here getting big leagued by other companies, Cotton, I'm out here getting big lead on the softball field for people that are making $20 an hour. Maybe that's part of our reason why we're 0 about 15. But Cagney, what do you think we got to do differently next time?
We just got to continue to practice, train, and be more consistent.
I think the high nailers need to get down a little lower. I think they're staying up too high out in left field. All right, till next time, guys. We'll see you. So waking up to the morning, Cagney Rogers being on a hot lead, I get a phone call. Lee, you got to get here. We got 800 squares of tile. It's a 4-story building. They don't have a contractor. Quick. And, Cagney's telling me, he's like, Lee, whatever you do, don't come in here and be all aggressive. Don't come in here and start trying to push these guys around. Just chill out. And I'm like, dude, don't worry about it. But I was eager to get my name on closing the deal and being responsible for bringing in a big whale. At this point, we were still only the emergency contractors at Old River. Ethan prospected that deal. I just wanted to bring one in as a team. I got a little bit too excited. So Cagney gets a call the next morning, and it's the vice president of the Homeowners Association. And we actually find out that they've hired another contractor. Cagney looks over at me. I look like I'm just completely disgusted with myself. I did exactly what he told me not to do. I went a little bit too hard in the paint, and I got a little bit too aggressive trying to rush them. We lost the job. But what I know is that when one door closes, another door opens. And completely disgusted by this phone call, completely wore out, we decided to go grab lunch. And that's where I had an epiphany.
All right, guys, we walked into this property after getting our kicked. I'm talking about literally in the dirt. My aggressive mentality and the fact that we're prospecting and sometimes hungry and hangry. Went to Whataburger, grabbed lunch, took a look at my GPS, dropped the pin on this unit, go to the path of least resistance, go to the place that the other contractors aren't going. We got off the beach a little bit. Lo and behold, it's about finding the right person that needs the right help.
Everybody wants to learn how to land life-changing commercial deals, and this was a multi-million-dollar deal that changed my life. I want to show you what went down inside the boardroom, how we got the roof bought, how we proved Cat 3 water damage, but you have to sign an NDA. You have to purchase this commercial training. Click the link below. It's inside the comments. It's for entrepreneurs, contractors who want to learn how to land these commercial jobs, because I had to go into a 11-person boardroom. These guys, they'd never decided on anything unanimously, and they picked me unanimously, and I want to show you exactly what I said to them to get 11 votes, complete certainty. Now, we got this roof bought and paid for, over 1,000 squares on our first adjuster meeting, and it all came down to how we did the documentation services and to show that there was Cat 3 water damage so that we could maximize the remediation estimate. This is what you're going to learn inside this paid commercial insurance restoration large loss secrets. If you click the link below, as a bonus, I'm going to give you my commercial masterclass. Now, typically we've sold this for $297. I'm giving it to you completely for free. And the ultimate pitch, how to actually close them, is also going to be a bonus. This is my script that I use to land these $1 million deals. All you have to do is click the link below in the comments, and we will be able to help you out.